and welcome back to Noble Fates. Last time we were talking about clothes and armors. Well, today it's time to talk about weapons, what we have in game. We just recently got new weapon in game, so I think it's good moment to stop a little bit, check what we have, and how to use those weapons. That new weapon, what we got, is wooden hammer, which is slightly better than stone axe. You need crafting 2 for wooden hammer and stone axe. And good thing with wooden hammer, you don't need stone. Because sometimes stone can be a little bit difficult to get, depending where you are, depending how lucky you are when you are mining. So that wooden hammer is a very nice option if you don't get stone, and of course you can save stone for something else in your game. Then we have one level higher, we have bronze axe and bronze hammer. Damage on stone axe is 2 to 8. Damage on wooden hammer is 2 to 10. And stone axe and wooden hammer can have special abilities and give you extra skill points when you have those. A bronze axe, same thing, you can get skill points, but bronze hammer doesn't give you that option anymore. Damage for bronze hammer is 4 to 6, and bronze axe is 3 to 12. So bronze hammer is a little better than bronze axe, based on damage. And then last gear material, we have steel axe and steel hammers. Damage 6 to 18 on steel axe, and steel hammer is 8 to 24. So hammers has a little bit more damage, and they of course they cost more, a little bit more heavier. Example, bronze axe cost 15 copper and bronze hammer is 20 copper. Not expensive at all, but if you're low on copper, maybe bronze axe is your option. Then what you need in very early game, soon as possible, rush your first bow for your leader. Because when that first raid arrives, you want to be sure you have bow. Because if you have bow, that one person are attacking on your kingdom, you can easily win that. Just shoot with your bow. Because if you have leader mode, if you have bow, you can't lose the battle 1 versus 1. I would say you can easily take over 3 people if they don't have bows. Even if they have bows, you can still pretty easily win them if you just have enough arrows and you dodge. One thing, when you shoot with bow, it can be a little difficult to aim where you want, but especially if something is walking towards you. But just keep shooting and learn where you need to aim. And then one thing, you can pick up these arrows when you are leader. So example, if you run out of arrows, just pick up those from ground and you can keep shooting. Very nice tip. You need crafting 2 to make short bow. So whatever you do, get that crafting 2. You can use your gears, what you have crafted, so you can get better crafting for a person, and then of course level up and be lucky that you get crafting 2 for someone. Then we have fine short bow, which is better version of bow. Regular bow damage is 6 to 24, and it costs 10 wood. And then we have fine short bow, which damage is 9 to 36, and ingredients cost 25 wood. So it's a little more expensive, but prestige is better, damage is better. So it's definitely worth it immediately when you get crafting level 6. Then we have two type of arrows. We have wooden arrow, which costs 1 wood each, or I think it's actually 25 pack, maybe. And then we have fire arrows, which cost 25 wood and 25 cotton. If you use fire arrows, be very careful, because you can easily burn your whole kingdom down. Not kidding, you can easily burn your kingdom if you aren't careful with your fire arrows. I have never used fire arrows. I've just heard bad stories about fire arrows and fire in this game. So be careful if you use fire arrows. Then my personal favorite weapon is a sword. Not just because it has biggest damage, but just because it looks cool. We have bronze sword and steel sword. Bronze sword needs crafting level 6. It costs 25 copper and damage is something between 5 to 20. And then we have steel sword, which you need crafting level 10, so it's a little bit end game stuff. And damage is 20, something between 12 and 36, and it costs 18 iron rods. But if we compare, for example, bronze sword with bronze axe and bronze hammer, when bronze sword damage is something between 5 to 20, bronze axe is 3 to 12, and hammer is 4 to 16. So potential for damage with sword is highest overall. Of course, sword is most expensive. It needs most ingredients, but I would say it's definitely worth. Especially when you can get that bronze sword with crafting level 6, and it's still better than a bronze hammer or bronze axe, what you can open on same level. Then we have something in game what leader can't use, or you can't use in leader mode, but NPCs can use them, and your leader can use if you don't control it. We have grappling hooks. Grappling hooks currently, well, if your people get stuck in mines, they don't have ladders or stairs. They can use grappling hook to go climb up level to another. And then how raiders are using them, they can get over your walls using grappling hook. But that's technically right now only used for grappling hook. We have bronze grappling hook, we have steel grappling hook. Like only way how I'm using grappling hooks right now is just adding prestige for my people if they need to. Like example, some people really like grappling hooks, so I just give them if I have some extra one in my kingdom belongings. Drop those in their prestige, and everything is completely fine. But one very important thing about all gears, what we have. Same thing what we had with armors, opinion matters a lot with weapons as well. If you give some weapon for a person who hates it every single time when they use the weapon, they get debuff. So no, not good. So you need to try find weapons which everyone prefer and use best variation from those. Some people like swords, some people like axes, some people like hammers, and some people hate bows, etc. So example, what I'm doing, I give bow for every single person who like it or who doesn't hate or dislike bows, and then I just put them guarding and shooting my raiders while I'm on leader mode and shooting myself with arrows, and when I'm out of arrows then I start using melee. That's my battle tactic and how I'm using. And if there is someone who hates bows, then that person is melee, and that person is just waiting behind our walls if they break in, or they can also be healers and tend my people when they get arrow wound example. Uh, what things we are getting in game, like in future? Noble Fates, they mention about crossbow. That will be super cool whenever we get that. What other kind of weapons we should have? Maybe spears? Maybe slingshots? What other medieval weapons you came in your mind? Drop your suggestions in comments below. But yeah, I think this was our tutorial for our weaponry in game currently. What we have 2 bows, 2 swords, 3 axe, and 3 hammers. And that's our nice, beautiful variation. And then, of course, 2 type of arrows and 2 different grappling hooks. Hopefully video was helpful. If it was, remember, hit like button, subscribe channel if you haven't already, and remember, you are more than welcome to join in our chicken farm Discord community, and we can chat more about Noble Fates, share gaming pictures. Link into our Discord is down below in description. Until next time, stay awesome as always, and thank you so much for watching.